Virgo. Thank you for coming in for your May audio taroscope with me, Kathleen Robinson from Karmaqueens. So this is the second month that I've been streaming video of your reading, and the reason that I've done that is because I'm very aware that AI is overtaking our life, and I wanted to assure you that I'm not one of those bots. It's me giving you the reading to the best of my expertise, using the 31 years plus of tarot card reading experience, not one of those things that you dial up and it gives you a card out. It's an actual authentic reading that you're getting with me here. So it will be about 10 minutes long, or a little bit longer than that, and we will look at the tarot cards, and we'll also look at crystal angel cards and a new set of cards, which is yin yang cards. So I hope that you enjoy it and stay with me for your reading today. So part of the reading you won't see me, and that's simply because I want you to concentrate on the cards, but I'll be popping in and out of the video as we go along. So let's get started and mix those cards for you. So let's get them moving. And I think it's about time that I put them together. I think I'll shuffle them 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Let's get them there. And let's see where you're going. So first things first, let's have a look at the general feeling of what they see around you. So we've got 4 cards that will represent that. Okay, so you've got a mixed bag happening here, unfortunately. There's a couple of good stuff and maybe stuff that are a bit challenging for you this month. When I'm looking at the Tower card, which is a major arcana card, you can see the winds and the waves and the lightning sort of going down on you. The Tower, actually, for those who don't follow the cards, is actually you, metaphorically, and that you are being challenged physically about something that you really don't want to change, but circumstances are forcing you to change the way that you see life. So the Tower is crumbling, whether you like it or not. You're changing the way that you see the world in a different way, a more mature way, a way that suits the way that you are today, being an older individual, walking in older shoes. And so, yes, it's frightening because nobody likes to move from the familiar to the unfamiliar, but you will get used to it and it will lift a lot of excess burden off your shoulders. Now, I've got the 3 of Swords upright, which is a card that's suggesting that if you have thought that somebody would be there for you, and unfortunately, it may be the case that they're not. Simply because maybe they weren't upfront and honest with you when you asked them to do something for you, that they said yes, but actually they weren't capable of fulfilling that role. And so what did they do? They disappear. So it may be in May, somebody that you counted on is definitely not going to be there for you, and that will let you down. All I'm going to say to you, May isn't here yet, is it? So if you are planning on doing something with somebody, why not get the heads up to make sure everything's okay with them, so that you can scoop in and make sure that things are working before they actually go wrong. Now, I've got another major arcana card around you, which is the Lover's card, and it's reversed. Now, the Lover's card doesn't necessarily mean love. It means choices that are life-changing. And because the card is reversed, it's telling us that you have this thing on the table, this thing that will change your life on your table, but you haven't yet to decide whether you're going to pursue it or not. Given the magnitude of the change that will potentially happen, I believe that you're taking a little bit more time out to think about it before you commit yourself in any way. I've got the King of Rods around you as well in May, and this card is very much a good card to have. It's suggesting that somebody's making you a tremendous offer this month, because that's what the King of Rods does. He offers you a fantastic opportunity, but make no mistake, that will come with you having to make a sacrifice. And because the card is upright, I believe that you will say yes to the sacrifice and obtain all the riches that this card brings you, knowing that you have to give something up in order to get the bigger picture, so to speak. So those are the feelings. You've got an awful lot of stuff happening around you and potentially happening for you this month. So as we move on from your general feeling, let's have a look at money. So there's two cards coming around you. The Four of Pentacles is quite a significant card when it comes into your money scope, if you like. It means security, absolute security. 4 is such a stable number. It's like the legs of a table. They're solid and they're not going to go anywhere. But one thing you need to bear in mind, here you are protecting your assets, but you're so busy looking at them, you don't see what potential is coming your way. So this could be construed as being playing things too safe and not taking a bit of a risk in some financial area, which would give you a lot of bonus. Now I've got the Knight of Swords, and he presents something called reckless energy. And so at the extreme, it could mean that you're ready to go, and because you're so eager to go, you may actually jump in without thinking about the consequences. So when you get this tremendous urge to do something, all the universe is asking you to do is, have you thought it through? Have you made sure there's nothing going to go pear-shaped? And if it's still fine, just jump in and do it, because they're with you. The force is with you, if you like. So moving on from that, let's talk about relationships. So even if you're not in a personal relationship, relationships cover all things dealing with people. So it can be family, it can be friends, it can be work related, that kind of thing. Or of course it can be intimate. So what are they giving you as an influence? Well, that's really nice to see this Merchant card coming around you in relationships. What it theoretically means is that you are absolutely the giver of more. You top up a relationship with much more than the other person is giving. But you don't mind doing that. That's what you do. You love to make somebody feel wanted and loved. And so you give them all of that and you don't mind doing it. And it gives a huge sense of balance for you, the feeling of that within the relationship, even though you know that you're doing a lot to make that work. I also have this card here, the Eight of Cups upright, which is searching. And it's saying that as far as the relationship goes, yeah, it's about 85% okay, but there's that 15%, which is probably not as much as you would have wanted, because we all like to have 100% of something. So that's put you in a mind to search. And what I mean by that is that you may be looking for ways of making it even better, that relationship. Maybe something that you've never thought of suddenly crosses your mind and you think, oh yes, let's try this. And that searching is great because it opens up your mind to more possibilities to make that relationship even more bountiful than it is this month. So that's what we're talking about in terms of the tarot cards. And so what I want to talk about next is the angel cards, which is all about energy that's going to be brought to you because they feel that you need it. So it's another sort of energy. And what I'm going to say to you, Virgo, is what is it they're bringing you? Let's see. So I'm going to stop now. And I'm going to shuffle it. And let's see what it is. So they brought you something called Sugar Light, and it's about owning your own divine power, which is brilliant. So let's just see why they brought you that. So we're just looking into exactly what Sugar Light is, and it's suggesting it's a mineral that is a beautiful lavender shade. It invokes spiritual empowerment and higher vibrations within those who wear or hold it. And Sugar Light helps clear your energy and invites calmness and protection from harshness around you. And this is a card of empowerment, reminding you that you were made in the image and likeness of God. So you have the power of God always within you. In addition, all that you've experienced in life has made you stronger. And this comes up whenever you've been giving your power away to others. Perhaps you feared that they'd take away something valuable if you didn't comply with their wishes. Or maybe you're codependently worrying about people's opinions. So this is the time for assertiveness on your part, including holding boundaries and saying no to unreasonable requests of your time, money, or other resource. Assertiveness helps you honor and follow your inner guidance, which is the path of harmony and health. So I hope that you found that useful. Now, before I go on to the last stage of my reading, which is using some new cards that I've got, I want to do a shout out for me. So yes, I'm Kathleen Robinson. I've been reading the tarot cards for 30 odd years, and I've been online since 2009. And if you think that my style is something that you want to connect with a face-to-face reading, I do it through Zoom, which is the platform that we're using today. I can do that through WhatsApp, which is a telephone reading wherever you are in the world, which is encrypted. And I can do it with a face-to-face here in Edinburgh by appointment only. Each of my readings will have an MP3 that's sent to your inbox so that you can listen to it again and again. And for those of you who really don't want to interact with me face to face, then I do email readings, which you might find helpful. So that's just a thought. Now, getting back to you, the last part is involving some yin yang cards. But I got the momentum from these. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're prayer sticks. The Buddhists use them. And the thing is that you take these and we get one stick that tends to stick out, and it's an indication that it's what they want you to see. And so for particular, this one is number 48, and you read all the background information of what it's doing. But that was boring, wasn't it? So I've got these yin yang cards which I found, which is the same principle, and we're going to pick one out for you to see what it brings you, Virgo. So let's just see. So I'm going to mix them. And I'm just going to put them into a pile. Easier said than done because they're very slippery. There we go. So, what is it that they want to bring you today? Well, let's just have a bit of a look. Let's get one and bring it out. So they're bringing you a lovely card. It's about encouragement and being joyous. So it's suggesting that success in many areas is possible. Achieving a goal gives a great sense of joy, and don't miss this feeling. Try to enjoy it as much as possible. but beware of euphoria, self-admiration, loss of self-control. Be prepared that nothing lasts forever. And you're probably wondering what these symbols are at the top. Apparently those are the broken yin and yang links that they are trying to heal for you as you ponder about what the message is for you today. So I thought, that's just something different for you to think about this month. So I think I'm done with your reading today. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, if you like my readings, why not subscribe and like to my YouTube channel? But until then, take care. And that's all from me, Kathleen Robinson.